UndergroundHipHop.com, Super Rock and DJ On&ON. A3C Atlanta. We've landed here, of course, with the crown jewel, Biz Markie in the house. Thank you for joining us. First of all, everybody views you, the fun guy, Biz Markie, you know what I mean? But behind the scenes, do you really enjoy all this? Are you, as far as the interviews and the sort of business aspect of it, how do you feel about everybody picking your brain and doing the interviews and all that?
Oh, I don't mind the interviews. It's just that sometimes people ask crazy questions in interviews, and I don't just like to answer them, John.
Well, obviously you were a part of a huge landmark case that changed hip-hop forever with the sample thing. Do you ever look at it like you were sort of the fall guy? I mean, and not only that, do you think you could have got a little bit more support from the hip-hop community in that? Did you sort of go that alone? Or?
Well, the hip-hop community really didn't frown on me from it. It was more my record company that it was their fault. It wasn't my fault. I still was me. Well, no matter if it was a lawsuit, it wasn't a rape case or a gun case. It was a sample. I'm still me. It ain't gonna change me.
Now, of course, from the jump, you and Marley put together the Cold Chillin' Empire with the Juice Crew. Going into it, what did you guys sort of conspire? What were the MCs that you were looking for? What was the process in picking the Juice Crew?
Well, it was just the point of when we did pick the Juice Crew, the thing was people being different and dope in their own way. It wasn't the thing about if you're better than that one, or better than this one, or better than that one. When I first met Kane, I already had in my mind of Kane to be big because I wanted to see him be bigger than, at that time, Kumo D was the man from Treacherous 3. So I wanted to see him get bigger. I wanted to see Rakim get bigger. I wanted to see everybody get bigger because I wanted the evolution of hip hop to get bigger than what it was from 83 below.
We were talking to Shan and Marley earlier, and we brought up KRS. And what was back then? What was your view of KRS? Because obviously you had the tightest crew out, but he was also doing his thing. What was your attitude back then, perceiving him?
Well, KRS was my man at the time, so it wasn't no thing about no beef with KRS. Scott LaRock was my man, KRS, recipe Scott LaRock. So it wasn't no beef. It was they had a beef with him. Well, even though some dudes called Nakim and Nakim that y'all probably never heard of, they came out and tried to diss me. But I came out with Nobody Beats the Biz. That's why y'all never heard of him. And it's history.
And lastly, of course, The Vapors. It's going to be on the big screen. Talk about that project.
Well, it's a movie showing how when we was younger, how me and Marley, we brought everybody together. Like he had Shan and Shantae, I had my piece, and everybody brought everybody together. And it shows how all of our walks, we had different walks of life, and we all had the same goal of being famous.
And that's what he is. And of course, he's famous, known worldwide. Look for him DJing at a club near you on the big screen. Of course, cop all his classic records. Biz Markie, y'all, UndergroundHipHop.com.